What's up everybody, Tiffany Outdoors here. Today I want to make another succulent garden. Stay tuned. There's the hawk. Before there was a Tiffany Outdoors, there was Tiffany the farmer.
On a U-turn when possible.
No, we're not U-turning.
Hi. Hi, what are you doing? Hi, Boo. What?
So this succulent garden is going to be a little bit different from the one that I've done before for my stepmother, and I want to do something different. I want to try something different. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's the dish. This is one of those shallow dishes. It's plastic. I got it from the Dollar Tree. It's a little bit shallower than the other one that I used previously, but this one I want it to stand up on an angle like this. So in order to do that, I need to cut a block of wood, cut it at an angle. I'm going to paint that black, make a stand sort of, and then what I'm going to do is screw it to the bowl itself, and then I'm going to have to seal that off with some silicone, keep water from leaking through. But I want to try this, so I need to start outside. So let me go dig around in my scrap wood pile and see what I can find. I've cut my little wedge here, and I just used this piece of scrap wood, cut my wedge out, and then I painted it black. And of course it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. No one's going to see this part anyway. So we need our little wedge. I've got 2 screws. They're 1 1/4 inch wood screws. I have a screen. I've got my drainage layer. Some, how do you pronounce this? Hoya wood. Cholla. Hoya wood, which is like a dried cactusy looking thing. I've also got various rocks. I may not use all of those. Of course, my little dish, and I have some white and red decorative sand, and I also have 7 pots of succulents over there. All right, let's get started. This is where I'm going to start. I want to start with lifting the bowl up in its position, and I'm looking underneath this way to see what kind of contact it has. And then I'm going to put 2 screws in. I put in 2 to keep it from rotating. There we go. Got our 2 pilot holes in. Now to drill this in. I'm going to try and drill this straight down, as straight as possible, because I don't want the screw to shoot out the back of the wooden block. So that's going to sit up like that. So it's higher in the back and shallower in the front. That's going to be nice. Something different. I like it. I like it already. Alright, so my next thing that I need to do is cover these with silicone, because we don't want water dripping through these holes. I'm going to take just a wet paper towel and wipe around these to get any dust or dirt that might be on here off. Look at that. There's dust on there. So wipe this off, just this little area right here. A blob there and a blob there. And then what I'll do is I'll let this dry for about 20, I'll let it dry for about 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and finish this build. Alright, I am excited to get this started, to see how this turns out. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is put in my drainage layer, and I'm going to be using these expanded clay balls. That's just to keep the water from sitting in the soil. And we're only going to put it on this front one, obviously, because of this, the way this is sloping down. Stack those up a little bit like so. Try and keep them in a single layer. Alright. Next is our mesh. I'm going to do the same thing here that I've always done. Then our charcoal layer. And then our substrate layer. And I'll put a link in the description below to the video on what's in my substrate mix. I'm going to gently pat this down just a little bit. And I'm noticing that as I'm pressing this down, it's kind of off balance. But this is just happening during the building portion of this. Once you get your plants in, you won't be putting any pressure on this at all. Alright, now for the hardscape. I've got various rocks here that I can use for my hardscape. Just trying to decide what I want to do here. I have this cholla wood. There we go. I think that looks pretty good so far. Alright, let's get the succulents out. Alright, these are my succulents. And yeah, some of these taller ones here, I'll plant closer to the back. And the ones that are lower down will be on the front and the sides. I'm going to start with this one. There's two in there. Nice. Few more rocks here that I want to accent in some little key areas just to give a little bit more interest to this. There we go. I'm loving this. y'all, this was my second go with a succulent garden, and I'm still new to succulents and still trying to learn and remember how to take care of them, not to overwater them. And the hardest part is me keeping these things alive. I did lose a couple that I had bought for this project, and I'm thinking because it just got root bound in the pot, and maybe that's what happened, or I didn't let them get wet enough in between waterings. Maybe I let them dry out a little too much. I'm not sure. But these are the ones that have survived. I had more to go in here, but I think this looks good just the way it is, and hopefully these things will get bigger and grow. A tiny failed attempt at making a little heart out of sand in the substrate right here. It's not perfect. It's not pretty. But would I be Tiffany Outdoors if it was pretty or perfect? No, I wouldn't be. Alright, y'all. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.